Today I'm making a vegan Cubano, Monte Cristo, and ham, egg, and cheese. All of these were fan-frickin-tastic, so let's make them. Now the common ingredient in all these sandwiches is my vegan deli ham, which I made in my last video. I'll link to that in the description, or you can use whatever store-bought vegan ham you like as well. So let's start with the Cubano, and there's a few variations of this sandwich out there, but this is based off the one I used to get at Porto's out here in Burbank. For the bread, I'm going with a French roll. Traditionally, this sandwich uses Cuban bread, which typically has lard, so it's not vegan. You could make some yourself, but I'm going to opt for the easy route. Just steer clear of a baguette, as that's going to be too tough. And besides the ham, we also need something instead of the roasted pork. I'm going to go with jackfruit since it has a nice shreddable texture. I know some folks complain about the lack of protein in jackfruit, so you could use my Soy Curl Chicken recipe or shred up some tofu as well if that's something that's important to you. So for the jackfruit, I'm going to drain them, but I don't personally wash them because I like the briny flavor that they've got, but you can wash them if you like. To shred them, I just smush them with my hands, and I use all of the jackfruit. I know some folks will discard the seeds or the tougher parts, but I don't find it necessary. And one can should get you enough jackfruit for 2 to 3 sandwiches. Next, we're going to throw together a mojo style marinade. We're going to start with 4 cloves of minced garlic, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and a teaspoon of dried oregano. Then we're going to get a 1/3 cup of orange juice, freshly squeezed or not so freshly squeezed is fine too. 2 tablespoons of lime juice, which is about 1 lime's worth. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of oil, like olive oil, canola, avocado, whatever you like. Whisk that, and then remember you forgot a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Do a little salt and pepper to taste, and your mojo style marinade is done. We're going to add the shredded jackfruit to the marinade and then toss it to coat it. And you can marinate this for a bit, or you can do like me and cook it right away. So to a pan over medium heat, I'm going to add it in and cook it down until all the liquid has been reduced, and we should get a little bit of browning as well. Once it's looking good, we can start to assemble our sandwich. Cut your roll in half and give both sides a decent slathering of yellow mustard. You can do some mayo too, but I prefer just mustard. And for the ham, we're going to heat a few slices of that in some oil, not too long as it can get chewy, just enough to heat it up and get a bit of browning. Lay those down and then follow that up with some of the mojo jackfruit. For the cheese, I found the best way to ensure it melts is to get a pan heated up, add a little water, slap down the cheese and let it melt, and then scoop it up with a spatula. You don't have to do this, of course, but vegan cheese does hate to melt, and in my tests, this was the best way to get it melted the way I like. I will say that this does take a bit of practice, so don't sweat it if you are unsure about it. After that, we're going to add some pickle slices and then our top roll. Add that to an oiled pan over medium heat and use something to press it down. Obviously, if you have a panini press, this is a great time to use it, but a spatula, grill press, or another heavy pan will do the trick. Once you've browned both sides, go ahead and slice it in half, and I gotta say, this one hits all the notes that I remember. You got the smoky ham and citrus and garlic infused jackfruit, the mustard and pickles cut through, and it is just really one of the best sandwiches you can make. Next up is the Monte Cristo, sweet and savory. It's basically a ham and cheese sandwich with French toast as the bread. For the batter, we're not going to be using eggs, of course, so we're going to start off with a 1/2 cup of plant milk. I'm using Ripple, and then 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. This is going to help thicken the batter. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. You could use white sugar or syrup, but brown sugar really lends a nice caramelized flavor. Next, let's melt 1 tablespoon of vegan butter and add that in. We also need to make a cornstarch slurry with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and about 3 to 4 tablespoons of our batter. This is to ensure that the cornstarch doesn't clump up. We're going to pour that back in, and then optional but recommended is a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and then a few shakes of cinnamon. And that is our batter. It should be enough for 2 to 3 sandwiches. Now for the bread, I found that I preferred a sourdough as it held up the best. If you go for a white bread, I would do something thicker like this. I know some folks will dry the bread out or use a stale bread, but for me, the sourdough had the best results, so that's what I'm using. So first, we're going to awkwardly smear on some vegan mayo on one side of the bread, and then we're going to do some Dijon on the other. You could add your raspberry preserves here as well, but I think I prefer dipping this sandwich instead. For the ham and cheese, I'll be doing the same thing I did with the Cubano and pre-gaming them in a pan before stacking them up on our sandwich. And then we're going to close that sucker up, and now we need to dip it. But first, let's heat up a pan and melt some vegan butter in there, and I recommend having the pan heated up before dunking to avoid the bread getting too soggy. And then I do a pretty quick dunk to avoid soggy city as well, and then flip it and dunk again. Add that to the preheated pan, and we simply need to fry this until it's golden brown and beautiful, and then we're going to flip it and do the same to the other side. Now on my first one, I was so excited I forgot about the powdered sugar, but normally we'd give it a nice dusting like so. I also think I like cutting it into quarters, but triangles are great too. Serve it up with some raspberry preserves for dunking, and you have one of the best sweet and savory sandwiches you can make. Okay, last but not least, the ham, egg, and cheese, and this is based off the ones that they make all over New York, and it's worth noting that you can make this with my tofu bacon as well. But today we are going ham, and for the bread, a Kaiser roll is traditional. You can do poppy seed, sesame, or plain, but definitely try to get your hands on a Kaiser roll as they work the best for this sandwich. So, toast it up with some vegan butter until it's browned and beautiful. Now for the egg, some kind of pourable vegan egg is ideal, so I'm using just egg, but you could also just whip up a tofu scramble too. It'll be different, but still good. So for the just egg, I like to get about a half cup, which is equivalent to about 3 eggs, and then I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of flour and 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder, and this is going to make the just egg fluffier and also easier to fold. Preheat a nonstick pan over medium heat, pour in the egg mixture, season with salt and pepper and whatever else you'd like, and I should stress you really do need a good nonstick pan for this, otherwise it likely won't work. Alright, so anyways, we're just going to cover this and cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes or until it's set. Next, we'll add a piece of vegan cheese. I'm using Follow Your Heart American, and then we'll flip over the edges to fully ensconce the cheese. Flip that over, add another slice of vegan cheese, and then a little water to the pan and cover to steam and melt the cheese, and there we go. Quickly fry up the ham just to heat it through, and now we build. First, we're going to do some vegan mayo on the bottom bun, a little salt and pepper, and then our vegan ham. Next is our cheesy egg patty, and then I swear this works, and it's traditional, but you gotta do the ketchup. The sweetness cuts through all the richness of the ham and egg and cheese, and it's the underrated supporting actor in my opinion. Now to wrap this up, admittedly, I need a bigger piece of paper, and I'm not very good at this at all, but we want to wrap it up as well as we can, and then we're going to give it a slice, and I gotta say, this one might be my favorite, only because it's the easiest to make, and it's just as good as the others, and it's a nice, quick, and filling breakfast. That said, I hope you all make any or all of these sandwiches, and if you do, let me know how it goes, and I'll see you all next time.